What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the character Eli Vanto from the book Thrawn. At the end of that story, he goes off and he joins the Chiss Ascendancy, and we have yet to see him again. He wasn't in the book Thrawn Alliances, and I was kind of hoping to see a little bit more of him, so I asked Timothy Zahn, the author, what he is up to. So we're going to play a little clip from the interview that I had with him at DragonCon, and then we'll be back in a bit to discuss it. What's Eli Vanto up to?
He's out there.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to bring him back. Marvel had talked to me a while back about doing a one-shot, maybe 5-issue Thrawn story set within the boundaries of alliances, and I haven't heard back from them recently, but I have an idea for 5 issues that would also bring Eli Vanto back. But I fully intend to bring him back if they allow me to do more books, comics, whatever.
Well, I hope they do.
But he's out there. He is the stranger in the strange land among the Chiss, where Thrawn, in the first book, was the Chiss among the humans,
right,
and other beings.
Oh, I thought that was such a great tease at the end of Thrawn. I was like, everyone is just clamoring to see more of the Chiss Ascendancy.
It's interesting because my original ending for that was much more vague. I originally had pretty much that same scene. Eli is thinking about Thrawn, thinking about the journals, and it ended with him tapping a control bridge, and the voice came back, "Yes, Captain." And Eli says, "Warm up the engines or get the engine started. I found our target." And that was it, with no idea what he was captaining, who he was working for, anything like that. And my editor said, we should make this a little more clear, and since we had Night Swan rejecting Thrawn's offer, how about you flip that over and send Eli out there? And I thought, okay, this is very cool. It also gives a hook for a possible another story. Plus, it allows us to bring a friend who was the basis for Admiral Ar'alani, bring her back into canon, which was so multiple cool things. But yeah, I very much liked that suggestion, worked it in, and I've definitely got plans for Eli.
So yeah, Eli Vanto is still out there. Just for a quick summary, anyone that hasn't read the book Thrawn, Eli was kind of Thrawn's protege in the Empire. At first he was just Thrawn's translator, and he was kind of stuck as Thrawn's aide for a while, which was something he resented at first, but then he was learning so much under Thrawn that he became very loyal and eventually was promoted up in the Empire. But then by the end of the story, Thrawn sends him off into the unknown regions, and we do hear a little bit about him in Thrawn Alliances, just that he is missing. According to the Empire, he just vanished. So his fate right now is very much up in the air. Pretty interesting that he has been talking to Marvel about doing a comic about him.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely sounds like he wants to tell more of his story, and, I would love to know what Eli is up to, just hanging out with the Chiss, and, it's kind of mirroring Thrawn in the first book, being amongst all the humans and, figuring out his place and all that, and it would be really interesting to see Eli's point of view being around all the Chiss and, what he's doing for them, what he's learning about them.
And I wonder if he's learned enough from Thrawn. Would he impress people?
Yeah.
Or would they be like, oh, that's awfully smart for a human?
Yeah. Or if they're like, why did Thrawn just drop this guy off for us to babysit?
I think he would do well. I like to hope for the best for him. But yeah, the 5-issue Marvel comics I have found to be kind of hit or miss. When they're great, like the Lando or the Darth Maul one. Some of them, a lot of them, I've found to be just kind of, I don't know, pointless. And I didn't really learn much here, but this sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Eli is very much not a central character to Star Wars. I mean, he's one of the main characters in one of the books, but I think that would be awesome if they were, let's do 5 issues about this character. And I assume that they're talking about this because the Thrawn comic adaptation probably did well. And so they're like, okay, how do we keep this going? And yeah, the idea that it would take place during Thrawn Alliances is pretty interesting. They could be, I don't know, spying on even what Thrawn and Vader are up to, because their story takes place on the edges of wild space. So
yeah,
I don't know, there's a lot there.
I feel like Eli is that connection to where if the story group decides, okay, we're going to bring the Chiss into our main story somehow, Eli is kind of that connection where they're like, what's Eli up to? Let's find out. And he is gathering this plan to bring the Chiss to the galaxy, either to help or not to help. Probably to help, but I don't know.
I just had an interesting idea. What if we get a story where people are searching for Thrawn? We also know that Sabine and Ahsoka are searching for Ezra. What if that's kind of how those storylines come together? We can get a whole team up.
We could see maybe Sabine and Ahsoka find Eli and the Chiss.
Yeah.
And then they could work together in finding Thrawn and Ezra.
Yeah. Eli's a good guy. I think he'd get along with them fine.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we've said before, it's just clear how much of a planner Timothy Zahn is, that he's like, yes, I have ideas for this and this and this and this. He's very much someone who, even in his books that he's writing, he's like setting things up for potential new openings where he's like, this would be fun to explore. This would be fun to explore. I'd love to see his checklist of just potential books and short stories and comics that he would love to do.
This could also be a potential third book, Thrawn book.
Yes.
And make it kind of a trilogy.
Yeah. So. I mean, I think he's open for whatever. So he probably has a book idea for Thrawn and Eli, but then just to see what Eli was up to during Thrawn Alliances, that could be that comic. Mm-hmm. So fingers crossed that happens. I don't know, tweet at Lucasfilm and be like, I want that comic.
Yeah.
Because I want that comic.
I do too.
Yeah. Like I said, this is just one part of a full 20-minute interview, and I've been releasing clips from that interview for the past few weeks. But if you want to see the full uncut video, we put that out on our Patreon. So if you're $1 or above tier supporter, then you can watch that full uncut interview. But that's going to be it for today. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel,
and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.